So, ladies and gentlemen, this hockey player had numerous lives in the ice sport. Major Jr., one of the top skaters of his era, had a quick start to his NHL career. Also, Sean in the CHL. Then eventually graduated to the WHA before coming back to the NHL for one game, and he went on to a very respected head coaching career. Now, we're going to talk about the curious case in the many lives of Tom Webster. Now, the man he called Hawkeye, Thomas Ronald Webster, was born October 4th, 1948 in the great community of Kirkland Lake, Ontario. Now, he was selected by the Bruins in the 66 NHL entry draft, 19 overall, basically on the basis of a great career with the Niagara Falls Flyers of the OHA. Over 3 seasons, he was one of their best players, known for his high playoff numbers. His last campaign with the Flyers in 68, he had 114 points in 54 regular season games, including 50 goals, 26 points in the OHA playoffs in 19 games, and 18 points in 10 Memorial Cup playoff contests. Now, he got his first cup of coffee with the Bruins in 69, with 2 assists in 9 games, including 1 playoff contest, and spent the majority of the season with Oklahoma City, and also put in 18 points in the playoffs in 12 games after 71 points in the regular season in 44 contests. Now with Boston in 1970, again, 2 contests. Oklahoma City most of the campaign, 29 goals and 64 assists in 49 games. Now 71 was a very unique year for Tom because he was one of the top rookies in the association. He notched 30 goals and 37 assists for 67 points in 78 games, and a lot of people felt, he was going to play a big part in the youth movement in Detroit. But eventually, second season with Detroit didn't really work out. He only had 2 points in 5 games, wrapped up the season with California. We scored 2 goals in 7 games. Now 73 with the Birds of the WHA. He found himself with the Whalers, and what an opening season they had with him. 103 points in 77 games, including 53 goals, and 26 points in their playoff run that led to a championship. 12 goals and 14 assists. Now 74, he had 43 goals. 75, he had 40 goals. 76, 33 goals in 55 regular season games. 10 goals and 9 assists in 17 playoff games. 77, 36 goals. And then 78 in marginal play, 20 points in 20 games. Now, he did come back to Detroit in 1980 for 1 game, and also played in the Adirondack that season where he had 9 points in 12 games. So you see, his career was all over the place as a player. And by the time Adirondack decided to give him a chance as a player, he put out some really, really strong numbers. Now, in coach of Adirondack AHL first season, he lost in her first round. 81, he won the Calder Cup with Adirondack. 82 in the AHL, and 83 the Tulsa Oilers didn't make the playoffs. Won another championship in the CHL with Tulsa in 84 with a 36-27-5 record. Now, he went to the IHL in 85 with South Lake. Then he could coach in the CompuWare Spitfires of Windsor for 2 seasons. Then with the NHL in 87 for a short bout of games, lost in the first round. With Windsor of the OHL, he won the championship in 88 with 50 wins, 14 losses, 2 ties. Next year again with Windsor, then he found himself coaching back in the NHL with the Kings. Now, over 3 seasons, he didn't go past the second round for the Crowns. Now, he then went back to the OHL with the Detroit Red Wings in 93, but lost in the 3rd round. Now, for the next several seasons between 95 and 99, he was assistant coach. 2 years for Flyers, 1 for Hartford and 1 for Carolina. Now, he went back to the OHL for 4 straight seasons with the Windsor Spitfires of the OHL, which was a very good fit for him because he was very well respected there. Now, the firing of Ted Sater allowed him to get in with New York, but unfortunately Webster fell ill and was later diagnosed as an in-ear infection that left him unable to fly. He did return to coach, but for home games only, and GM Phil Esposito eventually split coaching duties with assistants Eddie Jacobin and Wayne Cashman for road games. Now, he was cleared to fly again in January, but suffered a relapse during a game against the Oilers and was told to stay out planes for at least 3 months. Now, Esposito named himself as head coach for the remainder of the season. When it was apparent that Webster would not be able to return to the bench full-time the following season, he resigned in April 30, 1987. Now, the 3 years with the Kings were, not as error-filled or anger-filled, but when he coached for the Kings on November 16th, 1991, he became upset at what felt was a blown call from referee Kerry Fraser. The Kings were assessed an extra penalty, and Webster took a stick and threw it on the ice, hitting one of Fraser's skates. Webster was eventually suspended for 12 games, which I think is the longest suspension for a coach or assistant coach in NHL history. Now, he was also an amateur scout for the Calgary Flames from 2003 to 2014. Now, in 2012, he was inducted in the WHA Association Hall of Fame, but died on April 10th, 2020 at the age of 71, allegedly because of a very virulent form of brain cancer. Now, he also played for Team Canada International at WHI in the Summit Series in 74 with 2 goals in 4 games. So very underrated as a coach, very underrated as a player. I think if Webster was playing with Toronto or Montreal or any other Canadian teams, he would have been better off. But like I said, good fit in New England. He loved that New England rink. He said once in published reports, if you know where the net is, it's easier to score, and he hit the net very frequently. So that's the legends of Tom Webster. If you like what we're doing here, give us a comment, like, or subscribe. We're taking new requests late October towards the Halloween season. So keep them in mind and do a request ahead, and we'll get to it. Have a good day. Bye.